Hello and welcome from the Bristly, stranger. We are back with Battletech. I want to say a thank you to everybody that has helped out, subscribing and commenting, that definitely helps, but all the guys on the forums that offered helpful advice, definitely appreciated. I think some of them are going to cause me to spend some more money as well, but big thank you to all of you. Last time we kind of set the team up, we got the basics done, we got a couple of missions under our belt. We still haven't took any damage yet really, so this time I want to try and clear out all of those as quick as we can. If any new mechs come up, we'll have a chat about those. If there was anything that people have asked about, I'm afraid I haven't been able to answer it yet. I've had to record this ahead of time, just due to constraints on life and everyday things getting in the way. I will get around to any questions. If I don't know about it, I can find out. We have got our other pilot to name as well. If there was a name in the bottom, it won't be appearing yet, but obviously you will get in there first if your name was up first. Okay, now it's time to go against the pirates. We'll get some points back with the Canopus. We are going for more salvage than payment. I'm not bothered about payment. While we've got so much money, we can always sell that spider. That will probably give us almost enough to get 1 million, if not more. We are in the Badlands biome this time, so it's going to be a lot hotter. We're going to have to keep an eye on these three boys. We are going to put the fire starter in. He is going to give people a bad day in this environment. Okay, base defense, bit trickier. We've got to get these APCs back to the base. They're going to bring the turrets online. Very cool. It's just a wheeled APC with MGs. So we are just going to fan out with our mechs. We're going to get the jumpers in the water to try and cool them down a little bit. The APCs will be moving up. Hopefully they will get to the base and get the turrets online before anything else shows up. I can't imagine there'll be that many difficult mechs. There is a mech coming in though, and it is a Jenner. The Jenner, a 35-ton mech, so one of the heavier light mechs, introduced in 2784, and for over 50 years was solely used by the Draconis Combine for fast guerrilla fights. With 4 medium lasers and an SRM 4-pack and also a stack of jump jets, it can run a little bit hot, but where it lacks in armour it uses its speed to get out of sticky situations. The Jenner has 3 evade chevrons, but it's the only mech on the board at the minute. We are going to hit it with the Panther, just the PPC. Make sure it's in the water so it stays cool as well.
No problem.
Then we're going to run up and punch it with the fire starter. The melee hit strips an evasion, and also the machine guns take 1 more off it, so it's now got 0 evasion. Melee very strong in the game. Kind of wish I'd used the flamethrowers, saving them for later, but I doubt we're going to have any dangerous mechs.
Enemy mech. Critical
An alpha strike with our 2 medium mechs. More than enough to give this Jenner a really hard time. I think we got lucky with our hit placement as well.
I'm on him.
Side torso and center torso. Bam, he's gone.
Tango is trash, Skipper.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts.
We have a Leopard coming in, dropping off some reinforcements. It is a couple of Locust 1Ms. That is the long-range missile variant of the Locust. I did reserve here, but I should have gone in and bashed them up while they were stationary. Giving them chance to move, that gives the Locust its best defense. The Locust does have loads of different variants, really good scout mech. Didn't really appreciate it playing this game, but on the tabletop it has got loads of utility.
One of our structures has been eliminated.
Our Blackjack has only fired once and jumped a couple of times, but it is already overheating. Can't quite do an alpha strike. This Locust hasn't moved far though. We're going to nail that one. The Panther jumps in and nails it with the PPC, blowing its leg clean off. The Firestarter runs in and shoots the other one with its medium lasers. probably the most efficient weapon in the game. We get lucky and knock that one's leg off, so that's both of them on the floor. The Enforcer gets a cold shot, Alpha Strike in Sending Torso. Yeah, it's not going to withstand a direct hit from an AC-10. We've got the large laser and the small laser in there as well. We didn't need them though. The base turrets are back online, and that's both locusts gone. We have a Commando 1B coming in. We're trying a precision shot straight towards the Sending Torso. We're going to try and take him out as quick as possible. He tries to leg it, but the Enforcer with its jump jets gets into a good position. Another precision shot finishes the job. Okay, so we increased our payment by 10% 3 times for destroying everything. Doing all of the extra missions, very good. All of the work we did with the pirates has now been lost, but that's not a problem really, they are bad guys. Another 100,000. Excellent. The XP, yep. Okay, our 2 big boys did most of the kills. Hardly surprising. We have got some parts though. We could build ourselves a Locust M, but they are falling apart. A Jenna, much stronger mech. They do tend to run hot. They have got not much armour, but it's probably the best option. There's no special weapons. I'm just going to get the Locust bits. That is a complete mech that we can sell for a big profit. The other parts, we even got the Commando bit, and we got some good stock parts for our other mechs.
That mech you wanted is back online.
So there we go, the Locust. That is the missile variant of the Locust. Obviously, with it being so light, we're not going to get too much on there. It's probably worth sending to storage, and that way we can get better mechs in its slot. If we're selling them, we get nowhere near what they're worth. The Spider, yeah, maybe I'll hang on to that. The Locust, we definitely don't need that. I'm going to sell that right now. That puts us over 1 million, and we've still got some little rubbishy missions to do here. We have got another mission for the Magistracy of Canopus. The salvage doesn't look good, the payment doesn't look good. Let's just get this one out of the way. It is polar though, so at least we won't be overheating quite so much. So this time we are taking the Commando out instead of the Firestarter. Definitely not good for the polar regions. We have got our sensor lock now, so that will get even more evades off. Very good stuff. Blackthorn in our Commando. He has taken some indirect LRM fire. We're going to run him up and see what we can see. He is the spotter after all. We have got a Locust 1E, we've got a Spider 5K, and we've got a Striker light tank. There is another vehicle hiding at the back. We're probably going to try and take the vehicles out first. If they're going to throw missiles at us, they're probably the biggest threat, and also probably the easiest kill. Mike jumps in and evaporates the already damaged Striker. We have a bit of cat and mouse with the other 2 light mechs, and eventually the other vehicle moves in. It is a Scorpion light tank, cheap, easy to repair, budget tank found on many of the backwater or periphery systems, or in this case in the service of pirates. Initially produced by the Quicksell company, it's a cheap way to put activations and firepower onto the board.
On my way.
The best way to get rid of these vehicles, step on them.
Moving to
The
position.
melee attack left the back of the Commando exposed. The Locust comes in and takes advantage of us. He didn't move quite far enough though, so he is now the primary target, and we're going to focus him down with everything.
All weapons committed.
Locking off. All weapon systems. Enemy eliminated.
The Spider comes in for a melee attack on the Enforcer, but this is now going to leave his rear armour exposed, so we're going to take advantage of that.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay, so we finished it. We didn't have any bonuses to achieve, so we didn't do them. We got another 500 XP. We did get our damage on the commando, so he's going to have to get repaired. Salvage. We've got a locust. We've already got one of those parts. None of these weapons are that fantastic, so we'll just take the spider part. We got an AC5, that's good. It's all pretty good stock stuff that we can keep in reserve. So repairs on the commando are going to take about a day or so, but I think we refit it this time. I don't know whether it's a good idea or not, but we're taking off the SRM's 6-pack and putting in a 4-pack. Slightly less damage output, but that way we can up our armour, especially the rear armour. That is where we're going to be vulnerable if we're going to be punching them. We are going to take the last half-skull mission for the Magistry. It's in Badlands, so it's perfect for our fire starter. We are definitely taking Salvage over anything else. Just got to put a fire starter in and we're all good to go. So the mission is to destroy the enemy convoy. We have got a Jenna and a Panther as the escort. There are 5 vehicles in the convoy. They're going to be fast moving along that road, so we've got to get in as quick as possible. The easiest way to take the vehicles out, we're going to be trying to stand on them. Obviously we've got to take care of the mechs first. So we are going to focus fire on the Jenna, try and take it down first. Unfortunately we are getting a lot back from the vehicles. The strikers are hitting us with lots of missiles. Thankfully the Panther missed us with its PPC, but taking the Jenna out before the next turn, that is going to be big. Unfortunately, we've got a lot to do. Unfortunately, like I said, the vehicle's fast moving, so we're going to have to try and take some of those away before they get away from us. We are jumping the fire starter out of there. It looks like he's going to get battered. Already took a little bit of damage on that arm. He takes a blink at the Panther, but we are going to be focusing on the vehicle in this shooting phase.
Primary target damage. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
With the first striker out of the way, we can probably switch targets. Our blackjack is running super hot though, so we kind of want to try and cool down a bit. If we hit it with a melee, we can certainly use that to cool down. We'll see how it goes. But we've just got to kind of focus on taking them down and not putting ourselves in dangerous situations.
No problem.
Of course, the heat on the maps really does work against us, especially when we're jumping around and firing PPCs.
Locked on target.
In the interest of cooling down a bit, we go for that melee shot, which of course, if we miss, that's all or nothing.
Roger that, Commander.
Of course,
Okay,
when it
guys,
does connect,
you and me.
it's definitely worth
That hit something good.
it. They're still hitting us with various weapons, but they're spreading it out so much it's not really causing that much damage. The convoy is moving along the road rapidly now, so we do have to focus on taking them out as quickly as possible. Another good thing to remember, there is such a thing as overkill, especially with weapons with limited ammunition. If we're nearing the end of the mission, like we are in this case, it is worth going at it with everything. If something misses, we've got the redundancy of our other weapons to finish the job for us. One weapon might hit, 2 weapons probably hit most of the time, 3 or 4 weapons, that is almost a guaranteed hit every time.
Engaging with target.
Target.
So, mission complete. We got 25% extra payment thanks to taking out the escort. We also got some XP. We got that on damaged on the fire starters, so that will need to be repaired before we can carry on. On the salvage though, we've got a Jenna part, so that's 2 of them. We've got a Panther part, so that's 2 of them, 1 more of each. And the other stuff, there's no specials, so we're just going to take that PPC. The other stuff, yeah, there's some good stock stuff there, as always, good to have in the bank. Okay, so on the skills, Bulwark is a particularly good one. It reduces our damage as long as we don't move, but along the piloting, we do have base chance for melee, also stops us being unsteady, gives us sure footing, and it also leads to ace pilot. That allows us to shoot and then move, which will allow us to hide away from incoming attacks. Good skill, not sure if we're going for it. With Blackthorn, we have also got a bit more, I think we'll go for gunnery. That'll give his shots a better chance. And with Mike, I kind of want this multi-target. That'll allow us to reduce evasion. Do we just up the piloting for now though? Because he has done some melee. I think we'll leave that for now. With River, I think we do go for that multi. Yeah, we'll do that. And we've also got to fix up the fire starter. I think I would like to take off the machine guns though. The machine gun ammo, the most dangerous part of this mech, it's only got thin armour. If it gets a critical hit on the machine gun ammo, it's going to explode. Small laser, we have got a couple of them, so we can take them off. It will even save us a bit of weight actually. And then we can put the small lasers on. We can also repair that arm and put the rest into armour. It's going to take about 5 days. That should be fine. We have only got 3 working mechs now, so we need those repairs done. It's only 3 days for the commando, so we'll shift through those days and done. So we'll pause that. We've got a 1 skull mission, Burden of Proof. It's in polar regions, so pretty good for the mechs that we've got. We can get 3 salvage. Because it's a 1 skull, we might even get some better mechs. So we've just got to equip the commando and then we're all good to go. So we have got to take out an enemy convoy again. We know the score with that. We've got an enemy mech incoming. It is a Commando 1B. This has got a large laser, a medium laser and an SRM-2. It's also got slightly more armour than ours. The Panther gets first crack just with the PPC. Yes, tasty hit.
That hit something good.
We are taking some missile fire, so we're going to send the commando in for a closer look. There's another mech there. Oh, it's a Centurion. That might be good. We are going to concentrate fire on the commando for now, though. The Centurion, a good find, a good solid mech. If we can capture bits of that, I'll be really happy. Originally designed by Korean Enterprises in 2801, so one of the newer, air quotes, of the Inner Sphere mechs. Its main role is to support fire support mechs. It's normally equipped to engage at a variety of ranges, and it's got enough armour to soak up quite a bit of punishment. This one is armed with an LRM-10, 2 medium lasers, a large laser and a small laser. Our commando is taking a lot of fire from those missiles, so we're going to have to get him out of the way. In the meantime, we want to be taking out this Centurion. We're going to aim for its legs. If we can incapacitate the pilot, that would be fantastic. Unfortunately, we can't do that many precision shots, so we're just going to have to go for it.
Engaging target.
It's now the Blackjack's turn to get some back.
My old mama can hit harder than that.
And unfortunately, with loads of shots, occasionally we get a head hit. We can do the same though. With a PPC, taking out the Centurion's head, that is going to get us all the parts. Then it's going to be just a case of taking out the vehicles.
Primary target damaged. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
There's a couple of strikers, there's a scorpion. We're just going to destroy them as quick as we can.
Enemy unit destroyed.
You wanna go? Let's go.
Move order received.
And River is going to get payback for that headshot they scored on him.
It's time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
Mission successful.
So, mission complete. We got our 25% extra for taking out the guards. We took a little bit of damage on the commando's leg. It's barely a scratch. That is probably going to need a day or so to repair. And we got all of the Centurion parts. We're definitely taking those. Obviously, we would like the commando as well, but we can't have everything.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
So that is a complete Centurion. We won't have any of its weapons. We have got quite a lot of stock knocking around though, so we will be able to equip it with something. So in the mech bay, yeah, we're just going to repair the commando. It's just going to take a day. That is fine. With the Centurion, I'm going to cobble together whatever we can give it. I'll come back and show you an overview of what we've got. So we have managed to outfit it. It's got 2 small lasers, 4 medium lasers. It has got 2 SRM-6s. It has got some jump jets, but they're small, so they might not be that great. It's got a load of heat sinks. This is going to be a brawler. I've given it as much armour as we can. It's going to take about 26 days to fix up though, so we're not going to have it for a while. So we have put the commando back to the top of the list. That's going to take a day. We've got the fire starter a few days behind that. We have got our upgrade in 7 days as well. Rivercush out for 20 odd days. Yeah, that unlucky headshot, we can't complain about it too much though, because, you know, we got one with a PPC that has given us a Centurion. That's going to be about a month away. Like I said at the start, we've not managed to name our other pilot yet. If it's already been claimed in the comments, we will add that in for next time. If any of you would like a pilot, leave that in as well, and I'll try and name our next pilot up. We might not get too many more, but as you can see, injuries do happen. Permadeath is on, so if anyone dies, they're gone for good. I think the exception to that is the main character, Bristly. They just are out for about 95 days instead of dying. All the normal stuff then. If you've enjoyed it, you know what to do. Thanks again for all your support. But for now, I've been the Bristly Stranger. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.